So today's video is actually going to be on YG's new girl group, Baby Monster. It has been a while. I'm glad to see you all again. But before I get into anything, let me just give a little PSA kind of moment here. I'm getting that when it comes to people who are going to be standing this group, and when it comes to people who are interested in this group, genuinely interested in it, I think the approach that I would recommend to take to this group is put your feelings for the company aside. That's what I'm going to say. Put your feelings for those kinds of things aside. You know, all the discourse surrounding this group should just be about this group, not anything else. You get what I'm saying? Like, for sure. Now that I got that out the way, you know, it is what it is. Now that I got that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get into what do fans need to know about this group. So we have new love, embrace an opportunity for love in your work, prospects, or for spiritual growth. Actions speak loudly, express your love through actions. Simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. And then appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Yeah, this is going to be a new opportunity for these girls. This is going to be a new opportunity for K-pop fans themselves. Okay, just like with any other new group that's debuting, you know, there's always an opportunity to see people grow. It's always an opportunity to see people become more successful. You get what I mean? I'm getting with this new love card here, I'm getting like this, there's something about this group that's going to stick out to people, especially with this action speak loudly being right next to it. Something about this group is definitely going to get people talking. It's going to very much feel like they're a standout kind of energy. I mean, or this is what the company hopes, at least. Like, for real. When I look at this new love, for some reason, I'm getting reminded of New Jeans. I don't know why, but like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. It's like, if you look at, I'm not trying to compare these groups at all, but if you look at the discourse that surrounds New Jeans, the success they're being met with, and they're still so young, and still a young kind of group, like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. Like, there's something about this group that's really going to touch home for people. It's going to make people like feel like, this is kind of good. You know what I mean? Regardless of any other discourse surrounding things that have none, like, that are out of their control. You get what I mean? Like, what this action speaks loudly, it's like they're going to show you. They're going to show you why they should be successful. They're going to show you just why they matter, why they should have a spot, you know, in the limelight, that kind of thing. And then with the simple acts of kindness, I think these are going to be very sweet people. Like, these are very sweet girls, if I'm being quite honest with you. And they might have been specifically picked out for that very reason, you know, because the public needs to see a certain face here. So, yeah. Like, these are very sweet girls. They're very sweet girls. And appreciate this moment. Those of you who have been here since the beginning, those of you who are going to be here since the beginning, like, you're standing them from now till whatever, 3 years from now or whatever, like, there is going to be growth here. There is going to be something, like a specific moment that you look back here and be like, oh my God, this is just, there's going to be a sense of pride in that kind of way, is what I'm getting. It's like watching people grow up. There's going to be an opportunity for that. You're going to watch these very young girls grow up into being something different, you know, being something true. But you have to be looking for that. You can't go into it with like ill intentions or like not being objective. You have to be totally objective when it comes to standing this group. If you're feeling some type of way about the company, I'm gonna say try again later. Give it a listen first, then try again later. Like, I just keep getting like, this is going to be an opportunity for fans themselves to watch people grow into their sound, grow into their looks, grow into their style kind of thing. So I feel like this group might be one of those groups that their music grows with the fan base itself. You know what I mean? Like with every comeback, it's going to be something kind of new. With every comeback, it's going to be something that feels it like it one up the last, maybe. And that might just be like the momentum surrounding them, you know. It might be a little controversial now to stand this group, or like people might feel that way, and then like later on down the line they're going to get more support from the public, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's get into our actual tarot cards now. First thing we're going to start with is what's the energy, the current energies of the members themselves, this group itself. We have the King of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Coins, or the Ten of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Sun card. There's a very optimistic, hopeful energy that they have, which is very good. I mean, like, I would hate for them to go into this being stressed out, which I am seeing that energy with this Five of Swords. You know, I think they're definitely questioning, especially certain members, the members themselves. They're like, are we good enough? Are we, you know, is this something that's going to be worth my time? Is this something that's going to be fulfilling in the long run? Is this something that's going to kind of project, like propel me forward? That kind of energy. I think there's a lot of thinking going on right now, and it's like this stress that they have, this nervousness that they have, this anxiety that they have, it's not going to be something that dispels until they get to debut themselves. You get what I mean? I'm also getting like, despite that energy, because they are new, you know what I mean? Because new, okay? They see the news, they see the discourse surrounding them, they see that kind of stuff. So it's like, that's kind of what this energy is. It's like there's almost like this big divide, you know, people who are focused on more of the discourse surrounding the company, people who are actually focused on supporting them themselves. And I feel like they definitely feel that. But there is, despite all of that, there is this energy of optimism of, oh my God, this is going to be great, okay? Like, they're going to be in for a ride, period. And that's what I mean. I feel like they feel like they're very fortunate with this Wheel of Fortune card. It's like, oh my God, I'm debuting with one of the big companies, and, you know, that already sets me up in a certain kind of way, but will that be enough? Will that be enough? You know what I mean? That kind of energy. Just because they're with a big company doesn't necessarily guarantee them the success, and that's the way that they're viewing it. I don't think, and I'm definitely doing a section on the company themselves, but they're like, will we garner enough attention here? You know, that kind of thing. I think they have the right mindset going into this. They're like, I'm going to do well. I'm going to do it well. I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities. And that is what it is. I need to show my talents. I need to show people just why I'm here, just why I matter, just why I need to stand out. That kind of energy. There might be a lot of bonding experience going on within the group itself. Look at this. Like, there's a lot of talk and a lot of time spent between the members themselves and then the people who are, like, behind the scenes, the people who are guiding them, the people who are, like, managing them. So I definitely feel like, you know, it's not a lie. YG is very hands-on with this project. It's not a lie. Producers are very hands-on with this project because they want to see it do well, okay? They need it. They need it to do well. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like the fact that I'm talking about the company quite a bit, I feel like that's a big leaning force, like, going on right now. Like, that's a big amount of, that's what takes up most of the energy surrounding them right now. It's like they want to serve well. They want to serve those people well. They want to do well. They want to make a good impression. They want to, I don't know, it's like they want it all. They want the success of this group because not only does the company need it, but they need it themselves because this will kind of open up new opportunities for them is what I'm seeing. Like brand deals, spokesmanships, MCs, those kinds of things, acting, whatever they're going into. I think the world is their oyster right now. It's kind of like nothing's set in stone. You get what I mean? Nothing's set in stone. I feel like the talk around them is overwhelmingly good despite everything that's going on. And I think they see this and they're like happy about this. This makes them feel good. Especially with this King of Cups here. I feel like they all very much have a mature kind of mindset, even though they are pretty young. I feel like that's what they're going to have to do, being pushed into this energy so young, to be honest with you. It's like they still have that youthful attitude because they are youth, but they also have this more mature side where they're like, okay, I see the things going on, I see what's happening here, and they have their wits about them. You get what I mean? Especially with this Justice card, they have their wits about them. So it's not, they are not just naive. You get what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with being naive, you know, especially when they're so young. You get what I mean? Like, it's okay to be naive, but they're like, they need their wits about them being in this industry. And I feel like that's a lot of the stuff that they're being fed by their company. Is like, it's cool to have fun, it's great to want to do this, it's great to be hopeful, it's great to be optimistic, but you also need to be able to face the realities of what's kind of going on. And I feel like that's what the energy surrounding them is. That's kind of how they feel as a group. I feel like a lot of them are on the same page too. So it's like they have the same, they share the same energies, the same maturity level, the same optimism, like, and that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah. There's potential for them to be very close, for them to be like family with each other, you know, like a forever family with each other. And that's really nice to see. I'm not even going to sit here in front of you. Because there's some people, this is a business relationship. You get what I mean? These are my coworkers, but I don't really see that here with them. It might be at first, but like I think through the years, as they keep going within the group, that's that potential for them to be a family, for them to be not just surface level, like coworkers, for them to be more cohesive as a unit is definitely there, and then they're definitely going to reach that. There's just a lot of potential going on with them currently anyways. You get what I mean? There's a lot of potential here. Especially when it comes to the girls themselves and their talents that they have as individuals, and then their talents as a group. There's a lot of potential here. There's a potential to grow too, so that's nice too. You don't want to start out as the best, because that leaves room for you to, you know, have a falling from grace. So I feel like there is going to be exponential growth here when it comes to them. It's not going to be just right out the bat. It's going to be something that grows over time. I'm getting the debut is going to be good, though. It's going to be well received. That's what they're counting on, too. Let's get into how the company is viewing them. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Cups. That's so cute. While there is emotion there, like they do care for them, I'm getting that this is more of a business kind of thing though. It's like this is what they feel to be a smart business move. You get what I mean? Like they're like, we need to move smart right now because we need people's perspective to change. I mean, there is definitely a reroute here. Definitely a reroute. They're trying to get attention off of all the scandals, off of all the other negative discourse, and get them talking about something else. You know, give them something else. You know, give the girls, give the girlies, give the K-pop like fans, give them something else to talk about rather than just what else is going on here. You get what I mean? Just what else is going on with the company, just what else is going on with, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. there is a reroute here. I'm not even going to sit here in front of you, but I think it's all love. You get what I mean? Especially for these girls, like, it's nothing personal against them because they think they're great. They think they're cool. But at the same time, it's like, we do have an agenda here. We do have, you know, a direction that we're trying to move in. So, yeah. And I think that's what's heavy for them at this time with the company. It's like, we need to reevaluate public perception, the public's eye, and we need to get them to focus on this thing rather than focusing on all the hits we're taking, all the scandals we're taking right now, okay? We need them to move forward. We need them to move past this kind of energy. That's definitely what I'm getting here. I'm not going to sit here and be like, this is a passion project, because it's not. I don't think it's about that. It's definitely, I'm not even getting those energies. This isn't about that at all. It's more about, we know what will get them to change their minds. Like, we know what will get them to move the way that we want them to move. So it's very calculated is what I'm saying. Like, it's very calculated. Which isn't, like, necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't want people to take that in the wrong way. It's not a bad thing because, I mean, while it is bad that this is supposed to be serving as a distraction, it's not a bad thing to move smart. It's not a bad thing that should be projected onto this group themselves, because they have nothing to do with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is just how they feel, you know? This is what their intention behind this is. This is just what their agenda behind this is, you know? That has nothing to do with the group. Like, that shouldn't affect how you feel about the group. I mean, you could, but I'm just saying, like, give them a fair shot, because, you know, that has really nothing to do with them, you know? But, yeah. There is a redirect here, change of direction here, forward progress. You're only as counseled as your next project kind of energy here, which, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Very hands-on though, like, roll up the sleeves, get your elbows dirty with this one, okay? Because they really, 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 really need this to go pretty well for them, okay? And I think they do have a knowing, despite all of that, what I'm talking about, the different way that I am seeing these cards is also, they feel like the company themselves feel like this group could have the potential to do very well, you know? I don't think they necessarily are sure about this, but they definitely feel like they can, you know? I feel like they feel like the things, like, certain things are in their favor. Certain things are working in their favor. And I feel like this is what they're going to use in order to progress this group forward, in order to get them to be on top, get them to be very loved, get them to be very well received. That kind of energy. I just can't ignore the fact that there is this big there is this big energy of, like, we need you to redirect your focus elsewhere, okay? Moving on, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting, you know? And I'm not saying that this group was formed just so you could get just so they could get the heat off of them. It's like, it's more than that. Like, they already had this group planned. It's just certain things are getting pushed forward now that there is a lot of negative discourse going on around them. Okay? Especially when it comes to, like, especially when it surrounds this group. It's like, we already had the plans to do this. However, this is how we can use this to our benefit here. Like, definitely, like, this is how we're using this to our benefit here. There's a lot of potential here. They see it. They're like, okay, we see just how much this potential could be here, just how far this can go. And we're here for it. We're going to do everything that we can in order to make sure that that happens. I'm not even getting, like, there's going to be a new managing style particularly, though. So we all know how YG is when it comes to their artists, but I definitely feel like they want new avenues of what an idol can be. That's like their progression here. They're trying to be progressive with what an idol can be, what an idol can do. Just how it's like, I'm not just this, I'm this and this and this. And that's what they see in these girls themselves. It's like they feel like they can handle a lot. They feel like they can do this. So they're going to. You get what I mean? Moving forward. You get what I mean? Like moving forward. That kind of energy. It's like low-key YG wants to like sweep all the negative discourse under the rug by putting out this new thing to focus on. Low-key. I can't ignore that energy. I'm not even going to sit here in front of you. That is very strongly here. However, this was a group that was, it was well thought out. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't just impulsively make this decision to do this just because of all the stuff going on around him. No, this was just something that was sitting on the shelf. And then he was like, great opportunity to turn, you know, a bunch of lemons into lemonade. That kind of thing. Okay. Now we're going to get into how the public is perceiving them, how the public thinks of them, the energy between them and the public, what surrounds them now. We have the Three of Cups and the Hermit, Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot again, Seven of Pentacles, King of Wands, Seven of Cups, and then the Ten of Cups again. I'm gonna try to like not say anything else about the company, but let me just say it's working. It's working. People see the potential in this group. You know what I mean? They're curious to see their next move. They're curious to see just how far they go. And you know, it's like this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed new kind of energy on the scene. You know, just like with any other group. I'm definitely getting like they're trying to figure some things out. Like, how can I use this? How can I use this new momentum here that they're starting to kind of make a profit? How can I use their potential to kind of grow what's going on here? You know what I mean? And I think despite all of that energy that I'm getting, I think when it comes to the public, the fans themselves, netizens, things like that, they're just curious. Above all, they're just curious. They're like, ooh, I wonder if they're going to go with this. I wonder if this is going to be their concept. I wonder if they're going to throw me for a ride. I wonder if this is a ride that I'm going to end up enjoying here. But they are actually being received very well despite everything that's going on. They are being received pretty well. Consider the focus shift. You get I'm being so deadass. Like, deadass. Yeah. Yeah. There's something here that's like, they're going to give something a run for their money. You get what I mean? Like, excuse me. It's going to be good music. It's going to be good music, good dances, good choreography, good, like, I don't know, like, bro, good producing, like, something about this is going to be very good. It's going to be very good. Or people are going to perceive it that way. They're going to be like, oh my God, I can get behind this. I can get behind the sound. I can get behind this feel. I can get behind these vocals. I can get behind these visuals. I can get behind this. You know what I mean? I'm definitely seeing people who are trying to get in front of this. But for sure, people are being received very, like, they're being received very well. Almost like inspiring, kind of. You know what I mean? I feel like the way that, like, the layout of this group is going to be, it's going to be something that people genuinely enjoy. People will genuinely enjoy seeing grow. You get what I mean? But as far as first impressions go, they are impressed. Consider them impressed, you know? It's like the way that they came out the gate, the way that the documentary dropped, you know, that kind of thing. It gets people talking, gets their brains moving. They start wondering, oh my God, what is this going to be like? What is this, you know? It's all working for them. You get what I mean? I'm not going to sit here in front of you. Like, they have some pretty good cards. They have some pretty good cards in their deck. They have some pretty good cards up their sleeve. And me talking about cards, not even thinking that I'm reading tarot right now. I'm funny. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a bit of potential. Even the public sees it here. They're like, I wonder where this can be. I wonder if this will be any different. I wonder if they're going to be the new it, you know, the new it group, the new it girls, the new, you know, that kind of thing. Especially with this King of Wands, I feel like they think, the public thinks these girls are very talented. They think this group has a lot of potential. That's just what I keep getting, is potential. And I'm pretty sure it's because they haven't, you know, debuted yet. But, like, it's the potential of it all. You get what I mean? They have places to go. They have people to see. They have records to reach. You know what I mean? And then something about them is just going to stick out. They're going to be very different, you know? Something about them is going to be very different to the public. Like, the way they're perceived is like, this is their niche. Like, they're going to be seen as like a niche group. You get what I mean? Like, no one else does it like them. They're in their own lane. That's how the public is going to be viewing them, you know? They're going to love them. Like, literally, they're going to love them. Their personalities, how they are. You know, I think people hope that with this group, they'll be more interactive with their fans. They'll get to do things like other idols do, like lives and fan meets and like, I don't know, being more active with their fan base. I feel like that's the biggest hope here, you know, that they'll be more active with their fan base. And then with this Hermit and this Three of Cups here, what I'm getting is that there's something about them that seems very isolated right now. You know what I mean? It's like maybe they're not allowed to talk to certain people in their own lives. I don't know. I think, but the way that I'm spinning this for public perception is they're very quiet. No one's saying anything. No one's posting anything. Like, they see them as very mysterious almost. You know what I mean? It's like, and that leaves this desire to want more from them, to see more from them, to, you know, I think people want to see pre-debut activities, pre-debut freaking interactions with the members, you know, because they don't really know who they are right now. They don't really know how they're going to be. They don't really know, you know, a lot of things about them yet. But I do think the one thing they know is people are talking. That's the one thing they know. Especially when it comes to other idols in the industry, people are talking. I think when it comes to other idols in the industry, they're received very positively as well. It's like they're a pleasure to be around. They're not rude in any kind of way. No one sees them as rude. I think, especially when it comes to their seniors, they have a pretty positive, like, relationship. It's a healthy relationship, positive social relationship, especially when it comes to their own seniors. They feel like they're passing down their wisdom to these girls. And oh yeah, isn't Lisa and Jenny supposed to be like mentoring this group or something? Because that could be just what this energy is. They feel like they're pretty nice girls. They like them. They're cool. Like, and not only that, but they're receptive to the wisdom that they're trying to pass down. I think there's a lot of talking between their seniors and them behind the scenes of what to expect, how to handle certain things, what their mindset should be going into this. Like, it's that kind of energy. And they're very well, like, they're being very receptive to this knowledge that they're trying to pass down as well. I'm not saying they're going to follow it to a T, because I don't even think their mentors or their seniors are trying to tell them to follow everything to a T. They're just like, hey, this is some of the wisdom that I want to share with you. You take it, do with it what you will. You know, just keep an eye out for these kinds of things. They're like telling them things like, oh, the public's gonna talk no matter what you do. And you're going to just stay focused on the positive things people are saying rather than all the critiques and like the criticism and unhealthy criticism specifically. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's like the mentoring behind this group is very good as well. And that's how the public is seeing them, viewing them. Very active here. Very active here. Like, they wish them the best. They wish them the best. Period. And I mean that about the public, like the people who are healthy in K-pop, the discourse, they wish them the best. The people who are really out here just trying to be hopeful and open and optimistic about everything, they wish them the best. The mentors, they wish them the best. Everyone's just wishing them the best, you know. And I feel like there's going to be something very soon because of this Chariot card. Like, something's gonna happen very soon, very, very soon. I'm not sure when they debut or anything here. Definitely went in blind to this reading and I didn't know what I was going to get, so I hope it was good. I hope it's good. But yeah, I think that's all I have on them today. I just kind of want to give my own little thoughts. I know I gave a little bit at the beginning here, and I would hate to like make this video longer just by saying this, but I think these girls, they're being pushed into an environment that could either eat them alive or could transform them into the best people. You get what I mean? I wish them the best as well, and I hope that they do stay hopeful, they do stay youthful, they do stay optimistic about all of this, because I do see them being in this industry at least for a while, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wish all these girls the best. I kind of dislike, you know, when they debut them so young. However, you know, this has always been a common thing in K-pop. It used to be just one member, you know, the youngest member. But now it's becoming more common to see this thing. So I wish them the best in their environment. And as much as it sucks to see all this pressure being put on such young people, you know, I hope that they take this pressure and make something beautiful of it. Okay? So anyways, that's all I have on Baby Monster today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was everything that you hoped it to be. I'm sorry if any of the wording was a little confusing. I feel like a lot of the energy that I was receiving is a little bit confusing, and I feel like it was mainly due to the fact that a lot of it had to do with the company itself, to be honest with you. But a day, night, morning, evening, or whatever. And I'll see you next time. I love ya. Bye.